increase fertility. One of his wives was Ops, the goddess of earthly fertility.
A tablet.
While some suggest that the name was copied from an Etruscan god called Saturn, this Etruscan name is found only twice, and it seems more likely that if this refers to the same god, then it is the Etruscans who adopted the name from the Romans, just as they adopted Heracles, Apollo, Faunus, Silvanus, and others from Greek and Roman religion.
The first week,
while Saturn was connected to agriculture, and with practices
I knew I wasn't gonna do it. I knew, I'm like, I can't do a year, And I did a year, and I'm like, I can't do another year.
And before he was displaced by Jupiter, he ruled from the Capitoline Hill.
Like, I'm learning so much other shit, and it's over.
During his rule, it was said that there was no private property, and nobody was allowed to mark out the land with boundary stones. He was also the father of the Latin people, as he was believed by some to be the father of Picus, the first king of Latinum, who is in other accounts the son of Mars.
I'll go to a doctor and they're going to tell me what's going on with that.
Often an attribute reserved
for about a month
deities.
That I had this
Legend
injury.
said that he was an ancient king that ruled alongside Janus, and when he disappeared, Janus instituted his worship. Candles were lit in honor of him at Saturnalia, and it was said their light represented the rule of Saturn, who led the people from the shadows and into the knowledge of the arts.
The Freemason and Illuminati shit.
As Ovid attests, Saturn was believed to have formed the world and ruled as its king before being replaced by Jupiter. This act of forming the world from the inert and undivided matter has a strong similarity to the creation myth of the Norse.
Why don't I have my kids?
Ymir, the first
how come therapy? How come I
Odin,
have to talk to 4 different people for
therapy,
and they still don't understand what I'm talking about? That's not my problem. That's not my fault. I do not have to believe in God. I do not want to believe in God.
Flesh, the earth was fashioned,
and praying is not going to help get this off my chest. I need someone I need to be heard, and I haven't been heard.
Then of his brows the blithe gods made.
How can they? I don't understand the therapy. When I've been asking for help so much, and no one, like, where am I supposed to go?
Though far more personified
I don't understand. I don't understand this. Get my medical record. I'm done. I'm over with. Like, there's no purpose of me living. Like,
cut up, divided, and ordered.
There's no purpose. My offsprings. No help is coming. No help is coming.
Like Saturn.
No one cares. They're all in their own little shit. Like,
the notion that Saturn is the
praying for what? I have not had a family member come and talk to me.
He was seen as an ancestral figure of both men
my mom is going to a birthday party.
His very name suggests the force of life.
For my Aunt Bonnie, my godmother. Which my godmother thinks I have schizophrenia because of my mom, because of Lauren Tapia telling her shit.
Saturn may have predominantly
he left me with my mom.
According to Varro's account of the
That's the thing that I hated.
The Pelasgians.
They left me with my mom, and I hate my mom.
With the sacred Greek sanctuary of Dodona, to settle in the land sacred to Saturn. There they are told to offer heads to Hades, and a man to the Father.
That would help.
When they find the location described to be Lake Cutilia in Latinum, they make a shrine to Dis and an altar to Saturn. These human sacrifices are later sublimated.
She wasn't even helping Jesse. She wasn't even helping Jesse. This is what she would do to Jesse. And I'm not Jesse. I'm not Jesse. I have babies.
What is curious is that often Dis is called Dis Pater, meaning wealthy father.
I have
the Temple
babies.
Of Saturn served in ancient days
these
as the
school districts, these schools. I've been fighting and fighting that there's pedophiles there.
It is said that during the rule of Saturn, there was
no one listens at all.
Kept under his protection. But very likely the god was believed to have great power.
These fucking judges, lawyers. If they were really interested, if they had the best interest in my care, they would help me get my kids back and not separate them. That doesn't make sense at all. My kids have to be crying and screaming for me. Where are my babies at? How come I don't have them?
The Pharsalia echoes this saying.
Now I'm scared. Now I can't go to the doctor. Now I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm scared. I'm scared to see my kids. Because they're going to be different. They're not going to look the same as I left them 2 fucking years ago that I last saw them.
The goddess of the dead. She is called the mother of ghosts.
He left me with nothing. How can someone do that? How can a family member come and say, how is that right? No fucking family member is saying that this is right. How is this right?
Insanity. And also the root of the name of Norse.
I don't want a house. I don't want a car anymore. I had it. And he took it away. My mom always did it. My dad always did that shit.
She was a goddess to whom soldiers sacrificed weapons taken from enemies defeated in
every time I got something, every time my mom or dad got something for me when I was little, it would be thrown away. I don't know if I'm coming back to that. I don't know when I come home. After school, I come home. I don't know if it's going to be in the trash. I don't know what his attitude is. So I never got to see some of my shit when I was little.
Staff kills with one.
I never know if I'm going to see that trash can in the room or not.
The ancients connected this to his association with time.
Did the school care? No.
These things come into being, but also destroy.
They made shit worse already.
His mastery over
they came in the house, made a fucking tornado out of shit, left. And what did they do? I know they're fucking nosy. I know they fucking taught. Teachers fucking taught. They go in and they fucking blab about their shit, what they saw at my house.
He is always depicted with a cowl. And Saturnalia
I heard teachers talk all the fucking time. 4 years being the PTA president, you sure know a lot of shit, and I never fucking said shit. I never said a damn thing. Now I'm going to say every fucking thing. All those fucking teachers need to be fucking fired and let go. Fuck everybody. Fuck everybody. And the fucking Nevada shooting was prevented, and that has everything to do with fucking Westminster. Your fucking pedophile shit, your fucking massage parlors, that's where they go.
Propitiation for themselves and their families.
I don't like cops. I hate cops. I feel like my dog. Every time she saw a uniform, she was freaked the fuck out. Now every time I see a uniform, I'm like, just fucking shoot me already, because you're fucking gonna call me a liar anyway. I can't do a damn thing. If I go on the floor, I'm making a scene if I go on the floor.
We see how closely
my offspring have to know. This is abuse. This is spousal abuse. This is domestic violence.
Both obscured, masked, hooded gods, even sharing a sacred space.
And my documentary is not gonna.
Part of the same temple. The same temple that
it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be a normal documentary. It's gonna be different, and I don't give a fuck. I don't care. This was just for my babies. I don't have anybody.
Even as a single deity.
I don't have anybody because I know how fake people are, and school was fucking fake. It was all acting. Okay, then I can act too. But some of those people that act, they still were fucking acting like Michelle Castro. I don't care about my fucking exes. I don't fucking care. I just care about my kids. It was all about my kids. I don't care, like, friendship being real. They hurt me, yeah, fine, fuck it. So what? You hurt me too by fucking lying and doing that shit. But what about my kids? I'm a good mom. I helped out with the city. I knew too much. It's your fault that your city was fucking raping you with the fucking money. That's your fault. I left. I tried to help out. My kids have to know
found in the Gaelic tradition of Samhain.
That I was the only one doing this shit with all my friends.
Is the original Roman notion.
No help. I had no help. Friends do not do that. Family does not do that. I have no idea what these people would do.
Even in that work, the idea
I have no idea.
The father persists, saying, "And don't neglect the fact that the Latins are Saturn's
There's no
people.
place for me here.
Just
My offspring, there was never a place for me here. But I love you boys, and you boys are the reason why I stayed. You boys are the reason why I stayed. But I don't want to be here, and you have to know."
Not of the Romans, but of the Celts. All the Gauls assert that they are descended from the god Dis, and say that this tradition has been handed down by the Druids. For that reason, they compute the division of every season not by the number of days, but by
nights. This is too painful.
Dis is the all-father of the Gauls, and perhaps the Latins originally believed Saturn was their ancestor. Other Italic peoples believed that Mars was the father of Picus, and thus Mars was their ancestral god.
Like she wanted to be here, and my mom never talks about my Grammy. My mom never talks about her mom or my dad or her dad. She never talks about the family that much, and I never seen them. I don't know. She talks about random shit.
Because it was believed of old that souls
talk about how you're gonna meet them, how you're gonna do this and that. Like, you're fucking old, you're gonna die already. Like, those were just stories you told us when we were little. Now I'm like, oh my god,
offerings were made to the dead, and it's associated with the nurse of Romulus and Remus. Thus, the theme of the dead is continued in connection with Saturn. Some
my mom is just...
games that were traditionally held at large funerals were part of a blood
I hated when she would do that when I was little.
We also see
every time when I was in the car with her, she would get in one of her moods.
Gaelic traditions, where the funeral games of Taltu,
you know, you're getting kind of fat.
Involved horse
I just noticed
and martial contests. Gladiatorial games were also held at the time of Saturnalia.
After she saw me exercise, like playing, like
to the god. If the god
she
is
sees
an
me in a
ancestor,
hype,
then in
like,
some way he is also like the ancestors, dead.
Okay.
He would dwell with them in the afterlife abode, and rituals
and I know I get an argument with her.
With the gods and spirits of the dead. The Saturnalia certainly has all those features, and the timing too, the very lowest period of the sun, is also suggestive of a connection with the underworld. And it
sucks because I used to get car sick.
Julius Caesar mentions Celtic Dis
in relation to the night sky in the back.
The night is thought to be
but when I was in the front, I would get car sick.
The ancestors is in the north, likely centering on the North Star.
And then I started getting car sick in the front.
In Macrobius's The Saturnalia, it said, "Greater reverence is paid to Saturn."
I would try to keep my mind off of it, and the other day.
This may be a bit hyperbolic, but it's certainly true
I took
that
a
the
big
festival
hit,
of the Saturnalia
and I felt
seems
car
to have
sick.
been the most popular and large-scale
my eyes,
celebration
I'm like,
of the year, akin in
I
many
know
ways
what
to
to
Gaelic
do.
Samhain. Saturnalia seems to be linked to the timing of the winter solstice,
I have music.
and may be anciently connected with similar festivals throughout
I have
Europe,
music
such
this
as
time.
We love food, but not all food loves us.
There are a variety of
that my
foods
dad
that
was
affect
coping
our
with.
mood and our general health.
What is going on?
Colon cancer is going up considerably in people under age 45.
And why I'm scared to go back is because they take music away from you. At those behavioral health centers, they take all that shit away from you and you're left with nothing but people controlling your lives. Like if you were an infant, those people need to be heard. They're not being heard. They're being like studied on. These people are being studied on, and it just disgusts me.
The reversal of social roles, suspension.
Who's gonna believe me?
Gift giving and merrymaking. That aspect
This is where I'm scared because out of that place, who's gonna fucking believe me?
And nature is connected to the violation
to a fucking husband that keeps calling me? In that place, he kept calling me, harassing me. And they kept doing the same thing to me. And he put me in there. Knowing he cheated on me, knowing he has somebody else. He had somebody else. It doesn't make sense. So why is he concerned about me? He just wants me to take the pills and shut up. Like, everything's going to be better. I don't need the damn pills. I don't understand.
Expresses a rather simplified notion of the gods that had
if they would have just listened and got the police. I went to the police station and asked for help, and they turned me away. How are you going to turn me away when I needed help? Where's the help? What's the fucking point?
Elsewhere in the work, Saturn is said to be the sky and Ops the earth. Both of these
wait for court. What do you mean wait for court? What does that mean? I need help. That doesn't...
of concepts that are tied to one core idea. As these things are expressed
what does that mean?
Different ways throughout the world, whether it be the sun, the sky.
Who do I call? What do I do?
Even human thoughts and emotions.
To be heard. Because I don't know what to do to be heard. What am I doing wrong?
Just like a person.
Where's the investigation at? This has been going on for too long. I'm already an adult.
The reality is,
how come no one is taking responsibility? No one is being punished. No one. They're leaving it up to God or Jesus.
Saturn's name comes from his
it doesn't work that way. The United States doesn't... I don't understand what this United States is. You kill and rape babies. You go to war and you kill family members that are over there, and you don't understand why you're killing it. 9/11. This United States did that on themselves. This doesn't make sense. Why are they going to do that to themselves? There's a big sacrifice. That's what they're saying, a big fucking sacrifice. Princess Diana was murdered. Michael Jackson was murdered. Hitler wasn't the only one. He was made, just like Trump was made. Hate was made. Hate was grown. Our ancestors didn't die so you guys can be fucking lazy. We're missing the they're saying the same thing too. We're missing wonder. If we're not going to enjoy it, then what's the point?
Laws spontaneously nurtured the good and the true. There was no fear or punishment. There were no threatening words to be read, fixed in bronze. No crowd of suppliants.
Water's coming again.
Face.
Because
safely, without protection. No pine tree felled in the mountains.
It is a water world. We live in a water world. We get to live in a water world.
Only knew their own shores.
And water brings life. We come from water. We come from above, because that's just the way it works. Meteors, everything collides. It's a whole fucking teamwork, and I don't fucking understand why this is so hard.
The evil came with the desire for possession. In Saturn's time, there is said to have been no private property, and Saturn would not allow the creation of borders for fields. It said, there is an old story that when the land was Saturny, Jove prophetically said something like this: throw two people into the Tuscan river as a sacrifice to the sickle-bearing ancient. Until Cerithian Heracles came to our field.
My dad is saying Saturn.
A sad rite was performed each year. As at
and I know it's not my dad.
He threw quirites of straw into the water, and now they throw effigies in the same way.
But my dad is also related to Saturn because of my aunt Kiki. She had a fucking Saturn. My dad has a Pontiac, so he comes with the cars.
In another video of mine. While much remains mysterious about the original nature of Saturn, we can see he's connected
my boys. I know how to fucking read and do this shit and the tarot cards and stuff. I've been doing that shit. I've been doing all that stuff. I just need people to tell the truth.
And of course, Saturn above all.
I shouldn't have to go out in a fucking month with this pain. And yet, Oh, don't smoke weed. It's bad for you. You're gonna throw up.
And if you did, please like, share, subscribe, and consider supporting
They give
me
me
on
painkillers.
Patreon or PayPal. I'd like to thank
Didn't fucking
everyone
work.
for their support. And as always,
Took the whole
stay
bottle.
tall.
Didn't fucking work. Use it for meditation wise. Hoping I didn't want to get back up. No. Like I said, I knew what I was doing when I went on that scooter. I knew. I go to work like this. My offspring, they go to work. It's like this, like I'm crying before I go to work, going, okay, I'm going to work, I'm excited I'm going to work, I'm happy I'm going to work. Because then when you see me, you're going to be like, oh, you have a job. Like, I have more than one job. My job is being a mom to you boys, and the job is, you know.
So do I, and so do all who live to see such
But it's
time.
so hard, like,
But it's not for them to decide.
going to work and then
All
having a
we have to
memory
decide
pop up
is what
and
to
like,
do with the time
saying,
that is
Mom,
given
Mom.
us. And already for
And seeing
our
all those
time is beginning
kids
to
at
lack.
the work.
The enemy is fast becoming very strong.
You get
His
triggered.
plans are far
You'll be
from
like, oh, I wonder
ripeness,
what you're
but they
eating.
are
I wonder
ripening.
what you're doing.
We should be very hard.
And you have to have a moment to cry at work.
Even if it were not for this drug.
That's not right either, because you're letting you're also like letting some of your employees down.
Now crystallizing around the release of
because you have to stop.
Questionable television series which disrespects the memory and legacy of Tolkien. For many, Lord of the Rings carries with it a sacred
like
quality,
that.
something that transcends the product which it's being transformed into, and the changes being made in the name of the
and then the
current
people
day,
at work, the work environment, they're.
Rather than dwell in the darkness,
My
however,
mom hates Sampa, but she's not willing to fix the problem. She's willing to be part of the problem. I like to fix the problem. I like to be, you know, fixing it, not part of the problem. You either help or you're the problem. If you're the problem, get back in the way of the end of the line and think about it. Why are you at the end of the line? Don't you want to be in the front? You're in the end of the line because you're not thinking clearly. You have time. Use that time in the back of the line to think.
Hi friends, I'm Kevin.
How can you get into the front of the line? Be on time, be organized. Know what you want. Then you go in the front of the line. For some reason, you go in the front of the line. And I'm in the front of the line. And no one's behind me. I feel like I'm the only one fucking here. Again, last year was the same fucking bullshit when they're telling me I'm the fucking like middle. I'm the gap. I'm closing the gap or whatever. It's the new for space and this and that. Congratulations, congratulations. Whatever it is, I don't feel it yet. I won't feel the benefits until I'm dead. I won't even feel it. My dad said it doesn't even fucking matter. I want you boys now. I have a right to fight this. I have a right.
The heroic ideal in most European societies was centered on the great deeds.
But if you're going to kill yourself,
those deeds were not
do it big.
What one would
make a damn
moral
scene, and I'm gonna make a damn scene. Whatever it is, I'm gonna make a damn scene. And I don't want to come back. I want to go out with a bang.
More transparent to the
This is
modern
painful.
mind. The work is a jumble
No
of
one
pagan
cares.
nostalgia.
My
and
life
Christian
definitely
attitudes.
never mattered.
It shares this quality with a great deal of medieval fiction and poetry, inspired by ancient lore and mythology. Though Tolkien studiously avoids talking about God or gods, the presence of
This
God
is why I didn't want my
felt
kids to have
everywhere
cell
in the tale.
phones, because I know
He
like
intended it that way.
pedophiles are there.
He expresses God through subtle ways.
It happened to me.
coincidental
They
happenings,
call my
and the
phone
thoughts
in
and actions
middle
of
school.
characters themselves.
I'm a girl in middle
Just
school, and they
as in
call
the real
me.
world, Gandalf says.
I didn't like it.
So now,
I
when
did
his
not
master
like it
was
at
away
all.
once more, sending out his dark
It made me
thoughts from
gross. It
Mirkwood,
made me feel
it
sick. It
abandoned
made me
Gollum,
like...
only to be picked up by the most unlikely person imaginable.
I was nobody.
Bilbo from the Shire.
The fact that that
Behind
person
that,
knew my
there
name
was
and told
something
me to
else
shut
at
up.
work, beyond any design of the ring maker. I can put it no plainer than by saying that Bilbo was meant to find the ring, and not by its maker. In which case, you also were meant to have it. And that
I'm not gonna hide the fact either for Daniel Escamilla.
Said
Fuck
in
that
other
shit.
words, it was the will of God that the ring came to Frodo. Though Catholic, Tolkien
Your mom's
incorporated
the one
pagan
that
archetypes into his tale. Gandalf is quite
should
plainly
have
intended
told
to be
you and
Odin,
showed you
the
manners.
wide-traveling ancient Germanic god who leads
Your
kings and
dad
heroes
is
with
the
his
one that
advice.
should have
Like Odin, Gandalf
teach you how to
leads the
treat
heroes,
women.
guiding them, aiding them with his
It's
wisdom
your dad's
and magic.
fault.
He even undergoes a death and rebirth when he returns as Gandalf the White. He has lived since the ancient days and is known to the various peoples by many different names.
Your
such
brother
as
was murdered.
Mithrandir, Olorin, the Grey Pilgrim. According to the lore, Gandalf
Because he
began
can't
his
take the
existence
pain of not being
as one
heard
of the
anymore.
Ainur, the spirit beings created in the beginning of the world.
They had
The
demons
greater
because
of
of
these
the
became
family.
known as the Valar, the gods, and the lesser, the Maiar, who were their helpers, of whom Gandalf was one. He was a follower of Manwë, a god of the
I
air,
had the
perhaps
ancestors
intended
behind me
akin
the
to
whole
Odin and his wife,
time.
Varda. He became one of the five Istari,
And
wizards
in that
who were sent by
house,
the Valar
in
into
that
Middle
house,
Earth in the Third Age in order to
I
counter
know
Sauron.
that those spirits
Gandalf
were
acts
scared of me
akin to Mercury,
because things were
as an
moving
emissary
around.
of the Valar king,
Things
Manwë,
were
and
moving
the
around
creator
in
god,
there.
Eru Ilúvatar.
And it's funny because the principal said, and I don't have any respect for that principal, but she says, they want me to remember it. And they go,
Your god,
she said,
Eru Ilúvatar.
you don't see me punishing the
Tolkien had a
kids,
cosmological
but
conception
guaranteed
which can
she
be
is
thought of
punishing the
as
kids. You
influenced
won't
by
see it, but
paganism,
I'm doing it.
which also corresponds
And I
roughly
have
to
seen her do
Abrahamic
it.
views.
But the parents won't see it. The other students won't see it because
The
it's
creator
confidential.
God, Eru Ilúvatar, establishes the
My
world through his
ancestors
cosmic
told me
music
to mark it,
He
what she
first
said,
created
and
the
I
Ainur
did that.
through various parts of his mind. They
I
then
saw
aided
it.
Eru in establishing the physical
I saw that
world
because I was an
over
observer.
particular elements. Of them, Manwë
And
is
I
viewed
told
as
the parents that
preeminent, the Lord
too.
of
So
wind,
as soon as
air,
I
and
heard,
clouds,
when she
king
said
of
that, I
Valar.
told the parents, I go,
Ulmo
no,
is
I
Lord of
have
water.
seen her
Aura
discipline a
is Lord of
child,
smiths and the earth. Orome Aldara
and no
is
one's
the Lord
around.
of forests.
Like,
Mandos,
go and
the
talk
Lord
to
of
that
death.
child when no one's
Dulcas
around and
Estando
saying, hey,
is
you
a
can't be
champion
doing that,
god, and
and
so
not
on.
in front of them.
They
Like,
are all paired with goddesses or
discipline
Ainur,
them
who represent the
in
feminine qualities.
in a
It is
respectful
clear
manner.
that this is modeled on the idea
Not
of
make a
pagan
showcase
gods
out
as
of it.
governing particular spheres of
That's
the
what I
mental
was
and
explaining
material
to the
world.
parents.
But Tolkien
Because
has
they didn't
devoted
understand. They
their
want to see it. They
importance,
want to
has
see
taken
that
gods and
justice.
made of them Christian
I get it, but
angels.
not. Sometimes you don't always see it, and
Behind
sometimes you
and
won't.
above
You will
these
see it over
gods of
time
Middle
with
Earth,
action.
who
You will
reside
see
in
it
the land
over
of the
time in
West,
action.
cognate with the Blessed Isles, is
So the next day, if they
Ilúvatar,
don't do it, they
whose
don't do
name
it, then
means the
you want to
All-Father.
see it. You want to
Very,
see
very
something.
similar to
But
a
with
name
an
given to
action,
Odin,
that's what I'm
and
getting.
to the
With an
Gaelic
action.
Dagda, who is also called Ol-Athair in Old Gaelic
So right
pronunciation.
now, our ancestors
He
are
is
saying, like,
Tolkien's version
you
of
don't
the
see
Christian
it,
God.
like they're telling me
It
to
is said
calm
in the Book
down.
of Lost Tales.
But
"Was
in
if the
respect, I
gods?"
have a right
Nay,
to.
said Rúmil.
I have a
That
right.
he was
I need
not,
to let
for
it
he
out.
made
Because no one is
Ilúvatar
listening to me.
is
I'm
Lord
not the
from
only
always,
one.
who dwells beyond the world,
But
who made it,
the
and
fact
is
is
not
that
of it, nor in it, but loves it.
they were trying to have
The
me
phrasing
calm
is
down, and
very
they're
Christian,
saying, like,
and the idea of a God who exists outside of the world
we are
is
working.
not a pagan conception.
They are dropping like
The world
flies.
is being.
They are ratting
There
themselves
is,
out.
in the pagan view, nothing
The light will
outside
come back
of
up.
being,
In the dark,
nor is
there is
being
light,
causally
and it's
dependent
showing.
on anything. The Valar, though with functions and descriptions.
But it's taking too long for me. It's taking way too long. It's already been a year and a half, and they're like, they're saying it's gonna take years, and I don't want
The
years.
Ride of the Rohirrim, it says, Fey he seemed, though the battle fury of his fathers ran like new fire in his veins, and he was borne up on Snowmane like a god of old, even as Orome the Great in the battle of the Valar when the world was young. It's in my view, purely speculation, that Eru Ilúvatar, the creation myth, and the idea of the Valar gods wasn't just a creative exercise,
Like
but
they
how
are being
in his own
punished,
heart
things are
he
happening
believed the
to
world
them.
to be. Though
But
Catholic,
they won't
he was
even
intensely
think of like
interested
bad
in
luck.
ancient
They're
European
getting
beliefs, and he
sick.
may have believed, as some Irish Christians in the Middle
They were
Ages,
late
that
on
the
a
pagan
bill.
gods of Europe had come from a true source, not different from the musings
Like things
of
started.
God by the Hebrews.
Things will add up.
In the Lord of the Rings lore, he created
Their health
what
starts
was, in his
declining
view, a
faster.
true
They're not
account
looking
of
at the
God that stood
camera.
outside of
They're
cultural and historical prisons of Christian doctrine. He
they're
tempers his
getting
pagan side,
caught in a
however,
lie more
by
and more and more.
forbidding
They're being
their
alone
worship,
more and more and
just
more.
as Christians forbid the worship of angels or saints. Doing so has the practical effect
I have
of
no
making the world
family.
seem
Where
less
are my
godless,
kids?
as
My
Eru
kids are my
Ilúvatar
kids. I
is
don't
also
understand
not
that.
worshipped directly. Thus, there is no active spiritual practice of any kind in Lord of the Rings, which is very
What am I
odd,
supposed to do?
given its setting and theme.
I don't trust anybody with my
This seems
kids.
to be born out of
And I don't trust
Tolkien's
anybody.
Christian reservations of promoting
Because
any kind
I
of
know
religion
they're
that
lying.
wasn't
Like my mom's a
explicitly
liar.
Christian. The times when spirits or gods
My
are
mom's a
invoked for
fucking
aid
liar.
are mysterious and never
I
fully
can't trust my
explained,
kids with a
often
liar.
being in Elvish and described as the characters speaking without even understanding what they are saying. Such times like in Shelob's lair, Frodo and Sam are aided, but it's never explicit. As a Christian,
Like
you
my
could
mom
not
wants a
promote the
relationship
worship
with
of
Stephanie. It's
angelic
never gonna
beings,
happen.
and thus Lord of the Rings
It's
suffers
never
a
gonna
true sense
happen.
of
My mom
religion,
wants
which
this,
could
and
have
it's
added
never
even
gonna happen.
further
And I
depth
just
to the world.
because my mom and I are in a relationship, I can't. I know all my hard work that I did with these. Like, where am I gonna put them?
Now, this Christian
She's gonna
influence can
throw
be
them
seen
all
clearly
away.
in the tale of Morgoth, or
That-
Melkor. He was the most powerful of the Ainur created by
That makes me
Ilúvatar,
tired.
but he disrupted the music of the Ainur, and is the metaphysical origin of
All
evil,
my books, all
that
my
which
notes.
disrupts or goes against the harmony established by God. It's easy to see that this is the direct copy of the Christian account of Lucifer, the fallen angel, who becomes Satan.
It's like your boys'
This idea
bedroom you
was
guys
brought
never
into
saw.
Christianity from Zoroastrianism, which was based on an older Indo-European paganism. Just like in all Indo-European pagan myths, Morgoth is defeated by the forces of the Valar and chained in the abyss. A prophecy holds that one day Morgoth will break
I
from
hope
his
you
chains and
remember
will
me.
finally be defeated in the great last battle, an event much akin to Ragnarok or the Christian end
I
time.
hope you remember me.
Yet one of Morgoth's lieutenants survived the great battle and continued to spread evil and darkness in the world, Sauron. He was a Maya, and a student of the Vala Aula, the craftsman god of the earth. Disguised as Anatar, he deceives the elves
No one
and
remembers
crafted the
their
rings of
mom
power.
or dad.
When his body was destroyed by Elendil and Gil-galad,
And I
his
worked so
immortal
hard for
spirit
you.
persisted, and with
Babies.
its power fused into the ring,
I
he
love
could gradually
you.
rebuild his strength. His symbol then became the Eye of Sauron,
I don't know where you boys are
the
at.
malign force that seeks out and curses that which its gaze falls upon. When Sauron's ring, into which he poured so much of his power, was destroyed, he became only a powerless phantom, no longer able to manifest himself in Middle-earth,
I miss you so much.
drifting eventually down into the abyss where his master
I
was
don't know
chained.
what else to do.
Now, one catches a glimpse of the idea of the evil creator, the demiurge, in the notion of Sauron being a spirit originally devoted to creation. His impulse was to control and order things, but that desire eventually led him to seek domination and absolute power. In this, he was different from his master Morgoth, who sought to unmake, to corrupt, and destroy. Yet eventually that power, that desire for control, led to evil ends. And it is this power of control and domination which the One Ring represents. And of all the elements of the Lord of the Rings, its tale is perhaps the most Christian. Many theories have been discussed about Tolkien's inspiration for the ring. In recent years, some have linked the ring to etymological work Tolkien did in association with Mortimer Wheeler on the name of Nodens, to which a dedication was made, seeking a ring that was stolen. This may have provided some inspiration for the idea of the ring and a sinister force seeking it. However, philosophically, the myth of the Ring of Digress, told by Plato in the Republic, that was the foundation for the concept of the ring's power. Glaucon, Plato's older brother, wondered if any man could be so good as to resist the temptation to do unjust acts, if he could do so without risk of detection.
Whatever I have so far.
There were two such magic rings, and the just put one of them on, and the unjust the other. No man can be imagined to be of such an iron nature that he would stand fast in justice. No man would keep his hand off what was not his own, when he would safely take what he liked out of the market, and lie with anyone at his pleasure, or kill or release from prison whom he would, and in all respects be like a god among men. Then the actions of the just would be as the actions of the unjust. They would both come at last to the same point, and this we may truly affirm to be a great proof
17 minutes.
That a man is just, not willingly or because he thinks that justice is any good to him individually, but of necessity. For whoever anyone thinks that he can safely be unjust, there he is.
I'll show you clips. Okay. I have those. I have stuff that's just like of the cameras just staring at me.
More glitter. I feel so white.
It seems that this problem of morality and power was of central concern to Tolkien. Plato had a clever response to this criticism of justice as an artificial social outgrowth. He held that any man who submitted to the power of the Ring of Digress was not the better off, but had in fact enslaved himself to his desire, and would not lead the better life. Taken in a Christian context, the enslavement to one's desires is the enslavement to the
I'm trying to get one for last night.
and corrupt man's soul. The Ring of Digress
I came home.
one ring with all worldly power. It was the same desire that corrupted Sauron with Digress, the desire for worldly power, the power to control and order as he would,
I have
basis for his turn to evil. Of the ring's power over people, Gandalf tells Frodo, and if he often used the ring to make himself invisible, he failed.
Oh yeah, this is my
He
scooter.
becomes in the end invisible to no one, and walks in the quiet
So I go to the police station and put glitter over there.
That Sauron is called the Dark Power also shows he was brought up as a divine force manifest in the world. Gandalf says, there is only one power in this world.
This was, I think, the day after.
About the ring and their effect. Power here refers to a spirit entity, in this case Sauron. In the ancient lore, the war between the Valar and
but now I have that.
called the War of the Powers. And this idea of power is used
So I don't know how boys you wanna use it, but
which Christians call angels, demons, or powers.
I have
So the rings are called rings of power, and the one ring is the ring.
I have some things like talking to people,
is the absolute ruler of that worldly power to
talking to people, like random people, if I ask them if it's okay to interview, sometimes I have it on, and knowing that I have it on, and oh yeah, and my online stuff too.
And again, like, he doesn't understand, like, I'm communicating with the dead. And they're also telling me there's no bad.
So, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So, my camera's rolling, and if they talk, and sometimes I'm like, alright, now or never to ask that question, and I do it. Sometimes I forget, or sometimes I'm like, you know what? I get what I get. I just know that they're not gonna help me fully. I just know that they're just people that come in my way for me to be like, no, it's okay. You're just distracting me. You're just like, whatever it is, okay, well, bye. You're not gonna listen to me. I'm just gonna prove it. I'm just going to I'm just gonna tell you you're an asshole straight up. Because you're gonna hurt me no matter what. I'm just doing it for you. I'm making it easier, if that makes sense. Because I see your betrayal before you see you do it to me. So the people that are like, oh no, I wouldn't hurt you, don't, like, you don't make sense. Like, okay, but nah. Because if you, I look for action, I look for differences, and that's no different. There's no one different. So these spirits go fast, and no one understands what fast is. Technology, yeah. I don't like technologies, and look at now I have to use all this. Oh yeah. That was a propaganda commercial. I'm gonna bring up the internet with Stephanie's. Different people have different internets, and they all have like a fire block anyways. It depends on your own history preference. So when I go and visit somebody else's internet or pop in their Wi-Fi, their history is going to be completely different as mine. They have a firewall that you have to slowly break down. The first time you type up something, it's not going to all pop up. You have to consistently pop it up. You have to consistently bring it up to put down that wall so everything else can just come flowing in.
If any of the wise should with this ring overthrow the Lord of Mordor, using his own arts, he would then set himself upon Sauron's throne, and yet another Dark Lord would appear. And that is another reason why the ring should be destroyed. As long as it is in the world, it will be a danger. Even
who is in charge? I was told, like, no one's in charge. No one is actually knowing what they're doing in power. No one has the power. Everyone's blaming somebody.